Hi, this is Mr. Gibbons again. Today I'm going to be talking about how to study for a Western Civ unit exam. Please follow along and look at the checklist with me. First of all, this is very similar to how we study for a vocab quiz or a map quiz. Look at your assignment notebook provided to you at the beginning of the year and schedule a time to study. Block it out. Try for 2 different study times, staggered a couple of days apart, ideally before the test itself. Don't wait till the last minute. Make sure you have a study group or a study partner. This can be the same partner or group you use for map and vocab quizzes. Person you trust that will not distract you during the time for studying. Next, set aside all relevant material in your Western Civilization folder, the blue folder you have. Every unit we should clean this out, and the remaining papers should be in your hanging folder in the classroom, but all papers currently in the folder should relate to the unit in question. Next, locate your Western Civilization notebook and mark the beginning and the end of the unit notes in the notebook. You can do this with a special color, by dog-earing the pages, whatever method you wish. Next, this is very important, to verify you are not missing any materials, whether that's a handout, a day you were gone in which you missed the notes, and of course, if you are missing anything, obtain copies of those missing items, either from me or, if possible, from a classmate. Ask, the sooner the better. When you study, you should always start with the class notes first. You should have yours, your partner will have his or hers, and compare what you took down in class with what your partner took down. Make sure these pieces of information correspond and agree with one another, and then make note of any discrepancies to ask me about. Next, this is crucial as well, read your notes, reread your notes out loud, highlighting as you go. Always, some people like to have 2 colors of highlighters, one for people, one for dates, or one for themes, and the other for inventions, or whatever it might be. Multiple colors is a great way of visually organizing the notes, and again, make sure they're read out loud. This will help you remember them much more readily. Make a mark by anything that does not seem to make sense, whether it is you can't read your writing or the concept doesn't seem to fit with what you thought was the case. Ask your partner if he or she can clarify that. If they cannot, make sure you ask me, and I will tell you. Next, formulate questions for one another from the class notes. Do this as you're studying. Think of questions you can ask your partner or partners, and ask those as you proceed through the notes. You can even write a few down in your notebook. That might be quite helpful. While you're studying, pay attention to any prominent people. Also, keep in mind the time period we're learning about. In addition, look for themes. These should be pretty clear, but also make sure you're not forgetting them, because the short answer question usually is about the theme of the chapter or one of the themes. In an ideal situation, you would go through your class notes 3 times, reading aloud each time you do so. That's with your partner as well. You can alternate reading. When you're studying, do it in a quiet place. Don't have your cell phone on you. Don't have the TV on in the background. Don't have music on. Stay focused on the material in question without any distractions. This is utterly important. Make sure you are focused on just the material and nothing else. After going over the class notes, I would focus on the readings next, the readings we go over in class. These will probably be highlighted already. More than likely we'll highlight them as we read in class. Again, you're looking for main ideas, but also you're looking for some supporting details as well. Thirdly, focus on any homework we completed during the unit. especially section outlines. Generally, there'll be one of these per chapter. Pay close attention to that because I like to take some of my test questions from those. And finally, and least importantly, skim through the relevant chapter in the book. I write my own tests from my class notes, not from the book material primarily. Yes, there are questions that will relate to the book material, but more often than not, they are that information will already be in the class notes, and there'll be additional material in the class notes which is not in the book. The book is as good as a supplement, but not as a primary source for studying for this class. Every unit there's an optional review session the day before the test. Try to attend this if possible. It only usually lasts only 20 minutes. Listen for any clues to the short answer question that will appear on the test the next day. I'll always give some kind of a hint. And you can feel free to write anything down from that review session. Again, when you study, study out loud, not silently. We've talked about the importance of this already. Make sure to ask your teacher, that would be me, to clarify any concepts that are unclear. Review the material briefly again the morning of the test. Make sure it's in your mind. Remain calm during the test. Just do your best. Stay focused on the question at hand. Ask any questions you have during the test, of course. And then you'll have your test back within a couple of days of taking it. Enjoy your excellent grade. If for some strange reason you are not thrilled with your grade on the test, you can come in to correct the multiple choice portion. For every 3 questions you correct with a source, a detailed source, I'll give you 1 point back, and that will help ease the pain, as it were. This is Adam Gibbons talking to Western Civilization students about how to study for a Western Civ unit test. Thank you so much for listening.